There are ages in which the rational man and the intuitive man stand side by side, the one in fear of intuition, the other with scorn for abstraction. The latter is just as irrational as the former is inartistic. They both desire, my belief is that Nietzsche advocates us being both kinds of man. They both desire to rule over life, the former by knowing how to meet his principal needs by means of foresight, prudence, and regularity, the latter by disregarding these needs and, as an overjoyed hero, quotes, counting as real only that life which has been disguised as illusion and beauty. Whenever, as was perhaps the case in ancient Greece, the intuitive man handles his weapons more authoritatively and victoriously than his opponent, then under favorable circumstances a culture can take shape, and art's mastery over life can be established. So he seems to be praising art, the artistic side at this point. All the manifestations of such a life will be accompanied by this dissimulation. Okay, and here he is not praising it. This disavowal of an indigence, this glare of metaphorical intuitions, and, in general, this immediacy of deception, neither the house, nor the gate, nor the clothes, nor the clay jugs give evidence of having been invented because of a pressing need. It seems as if they were all intended to express an exalted happiness, an Olympian cloudlessness, and, as it were, a playing with seriousness. The man who is guided by concepts and abstractions only succeeds by such means in warding off misfortune without ever gaining any happiness for himself from these abstractions. And while he aims for the greatest possible freedom from pain, the intuitive man, standing in the midst of a culture, already reaps from his intuition a harvest of continually inflowing illumination, cheer, and redemption, in addition to obtaining a defense against misfortune. So, advocacy of an artistic life, which becomes a theme in Nietzsche, but not unbalanced, as we'll hear. To be sure, he suffers more intensely when he suffers. He even suffers more frequently, since he does not understand how to learn from experience and keeps falling over and over again into the same ditch. Ding-a-ling-ling. He is then just as irrational in sorrow as he is in happiness. He cries aloud and will not be consoled. How differently the stoical man who learns from experience and governs himself by concepts is affected by the same misfortunes. This man, who at other times seeks nothing but sincerity, truth, freedom from deception, and protection against ensnaring surprise attacks, now executes a masterpiece of deception. He executes his masterpiece of deception in misfortune, as the other type of man executes his in times of happiness. He wears no quivering and changeable human face, but, as it were, a mask with dignified symmetrical features. He does not cry, he does not even alter his voice. When a real storm cloud thunders above him, he wraps himself in his cloak, and with slow steps he walks from beneath it. So he ends up with both kinds of people he's created with his dichotomy being masters of dissimulation for various reasons, illustrating the general nature of our intellect to be used in that way. Cheers.